Connecticut. And you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
Hoovering by my suitcase, trying to find a warm place to spend the night. Heavy rain falling, seems I hear your voice calling, it's alright. A rainy night in Georgia, a rainy night in Georgia. It seems like it's raining all over the world. I feel like it's raining all over the world. Neon signs are flashing, taxi cabs and buses passing through the night. A distant mourning of a train seems to play a sad refrain to the night. A rainy night in Georgia, such a rainy night in Georgia. Lord, I believe it's raining all over the world. I feel like it's raining all over the world. How many times I wondered, it still comes out the same. No matter how you look at it or think of it, it's life, and you just got to play the game. A place in a boxcar, so I take my guitar to pass some time. Late at night, when it's hard to rest, I hold your picture to my chest, and I feel fine. But it's a rainy night in Georgia. It's a rainy night in Georgia. I feel it's raining all over the world. Kinda lonely now, and it's raining all over the world. Oh, have you ever been lonely, people, and you feel that it was raining all over this man's world? You're talking about a raining, 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 raining over the world. Oh, I said now raining, 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 raining,
she hold my hand. Now that kind of makes a fool understand. Just let me know that I'm your man, and show I'm not ashamed. I walk the floor when you leave.
I'm gonna take myself a piece of sunshine and paint it all over my sky, yeah. Be no rain, be no rain. I'm gonna take the song from every bird and make them sing it just for me, yeah. Birds got something to teach us all about being free, yeah. Be no rain, be no rain. And I think I'll call it morning from now on. Why should I survive on sadness and tell myself I've got to be alone? Why should I subscribe to this world's madness?
Woohoo! We are up early. It's Thursday. I'm not here tomorrow, so this is the end of the week for me. But it's Thursday, so thanks for getting up early. That Gil Scott Heron just sounds so good. It sets the right tone. It sets the right tone. Right tone. And I was listening to it on the way up because I put Gil Scott Heron radio on Pandora, and it was so good to listen to him drive up, like just all of it. And you could hear, the early stuff that's so crisp, and then the later stuff where he was suffering. I mean, you could hear it in the tone and the volume of the songs. He had a difficult life. He was a bad drug addict, and he just couldn't overcome it. But man, was he prolific, man, was he super talented, and man, before the drugs took over, he was a gorgeous looking man, gorgeous looking man. So anyway, thought I'd put that out there. I just thought I'd put that out there. I got King Kitty coming on at 7:10. Gonna come talk about the Grails, the record store. So I'm gonna make my way over there, find out what time is open, and make my way over there, see what's happening. So I hope everybody's feeling good. I hope I know the world is challenging, but thanks for getting up early with LoveBabz Love Talk. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. It is nice to be in this big chair, and the day has broken. So it's the sun is out, it's light outside. The day has broken. So I know the world. I know some folks who are suffering because the world is in chaos. Like they are personally feeling the effects of what's going on in the world, from Lebanon to Yemen to Gaza to Somalia to Congo to all the places in the world where there is conflict. And I'm gonna give people a piece of advice, and it's unsolicited. And I'm, it won't be the first time I'm out of line with people. But you have got to find pockets of joy for yourself during the most difficult of times, because the most difficult of times will eat you alive. And if you cannot find a piece of sunlight, rainbow, heaven, joy, laughter, even in these difficult moments, you're not going to survive them. They're going to eat you alive. And if you are alive, then you owe it to yourself to breathe deeply, and to allow yourself room to dream. I mean, even people in prison dream. Even Nelson Mandela dreamed. You've got to imagine a different sort of world for yourself, and then try to carve out some of that for yourself, no matter the circumstances. Keep hope alive. It's difficult. It is very difficult. There are things that are happening. I am tortured daily by where immigrant children go. I'm tortured daily uh, uh, when women go missing. I am tortured daily, about these women and these little girls who were little girls in this Epstein mess, this Trump Epstein mess. I reckon with all of that stuff all the time. What I don't do is dwell in it for long periods of time, but I allow myself to be angry, to be mad, to be disgusted, to hate, all of it, because all those things are human emotions, and we cannot divorce ourselves from our human emotions. We cannot stuff them down to the point where it is making us sick and we can't function in the world. And there are all kinds of ways to help. And if you need to help to make yourself feel better, then by all means, help. I'm not interested in people's motivations for them to get what they need. Give what you need, give it, so that you can be in the world a little more peacefully. And it's very difficult. I'm not suggesting that it's easy. I know this is difficult for my Middle Eastern friends, for my Jewish friends, for my Palestinian friends. I know it's difficult for them. I know. I check in on them regularly. I get it. There's enough suffering in the world for all of us to enough suffering in the world. But I'm telling you, as I know my name, you've got to find some pockets of joy and laughter and goodness, small pockets. And it doesn't mean that when you find those moments of joy and pleasure, all those things, it doesn't mean you turn your back on the reality of the plight of your people or your community or your neighbors or your kids, or it doesn't mean any of that. But you've got to shore yourself up, because the road is long and arduous. And if you cannot find a way to bring some levity, some lightness to yourself, you're going to drown in your own sense of hurt and unhappiness and disgust. You're going to drown in it. And we were not made to do that. We were not meant to do that. We're not meant to do that. So, I just want people that I know, that I care about, to know that I care about what they're going through. And it's not lost on me that all this suffering can be very personal and internalized. I understand that. I do understand that. I do. I think about my good friend, Dr. Deko Muhammad, who, is in Somaliland doing the best that she can as the only damn doctor and she opened a clinic, and she's, taking care of women and girls as best she can, you know, uh, and constantly soliciting the help and money from the world to continue to help these folks because this is her mission. So I understand, and she's doing it in the midst of civil unrest, right? Oh, and those of us who are her dear friends, every time we hear something going on in that part of the world, we catch our breath. We catch our breath, you know. And listen, we can tell her, Deco, get your ass back to the States and leave that stuff alone. You know. And we say it, but we also understand this is not gonna do that because this is her life's work. And so we pray always for her safekeeping, safe passage, safety, But I worry about her. I worry about her, you know. And listen, you heard me say worry is the antithesis of prayer. So I always have to catch myself. So I turn that worry into a prayer. You know, I try to, now that when I think about her, I try to make everything a prayer. Every thought is a prayer. Everything, you know, because prayer is stabilizing. Prayer speaks into the universe your desires for something, not for something for yourself, but your desire to cure, to remedy, to make a way, to make better. Sometimes we pray for clarity. Sometimes we pray for more understanding. Sometimes we just pray as a lament because everything is hurting. And so we cry out. But the beautiful thing is, when you say those prayers and you get still and you allow yourself some stillness, that's when God begins to speak. And God is still speaking. I know it may feel like she is not, they are not. God is still speaking. And the suffering that we see in the world is not of God's making. All the suffering we see in the world is of man-made stuff. And so we cannot treat God like a magician. You know, we have all the tools inside of us, with us, to us, through us, to make the world a better place. We choose every single day by our actions not to make the world a better place. We could make the world a better place. We just choose not to. And that's the reality. So when people start like, oh, I don't believe in God, and listen, I don't even concern myself with what people believe about God or not. I do know this. We are all endowed with skills and talents on some level. And we could have the kind of world of our dreams. We could. We absolutely could have the world of our dreams where no one is hungry, no one is unhoused, no one is without medical care, no one is without food, no one is without meaningful work. Now, we could make a world that way. We absolutely could. We have all the tools, we have the intellectual capital, we just don't have the will. We don't have the will because we can do anything. We have the ability. If we can go to war, we can go to peace. If we can go to destruction, we can go to building. If we can go to harm, we can go to safety. These are choices. All these things that we're doing are choices. All these things are choices. So when you break it down to that, You're making a choice. You're making a choice to harm people. You're making a choice to lob bombs at people. You're making a choice to to commit genocide. That's a choice. It's not a natural occurring thing. It's a choice. It's like when I go to Burger King, I make a choice to get the Impossible Whopper. That's a choice. We make these kinds of we can make a world that is for everybody, where everybody is healthy and happy, can live someplace peacefully, can enjoy their family and their friends, can be safe on the streets at night and in the day and wherever. Women could walk freely and not be concerned if she, you know, the children can play with abandonment and not have to worry about grown men harming them. These are choices. These are choices. And you would think that it would be hard to get everybody on one accord in the world. It's not. You know, it's just not. You just got to get everybody to suspend disbelief and come to the table with a willingness to sort of say, what can we do? How can we make the world a better place? I don't think we start these G9, G10, G20 summits with how do we make the world a better place? Everybody's got to look out for their own interests. I gotta take care of what's mine over here. I gotta protect what's mine over here. Imagine, Harry. Imagine. These are choices. When we think about this, it's a choice. We're choosing to kill each other. And I said this years ago. There are far cheaper ways to kill people, to mass kill people. Far cheaper ways than with guns and tanks. And I mean, if we want to kill a whole bunch of people, there's cheaper ways to do it. We want the spectacle. We want the spectacle. We want to see bodies harmed and maimed. That's a choice. It's a choice to put on a KKK hood. That's a choice. We could make a better world. No one has to be hungry. We allow people to be hungry. God doesn't allow people to. Let me tell you how I know God doesn't allow people to be hungry. Because the land can bear fruit. The land can bear grains. The land can, rice and vegetables, and the land can yield those things. There is water. There are citrus fruits. And God said, listen, all of this is here. And what does man do? Oh, I'm going to divvy it up. I'm going to sell it. And some people are going to have some and some people ain't. That's a choice. So to call on God like God is a magician to come in and what? Wave a magic wand and make everybody. God said, I'm going to give everybody free will. Do with it what you want. And people make choices. I know. Challenging. And I know somebody's listening like, you just make it seem like it's so simple. Choices are simple. Hard choices are simple. You can wrestle with them all you want. You can. We all wrestle with choices. Should I do this or should I do that? What makes sense? What can I do? What's the easiest way? What's the hardest way? What makes sense? What can I do? What will I lose? What will I gain? I we're making choices all the time. But when people invoke God into the foolishness, you know, then I know we've lost our moral compass. Because God is always with us. Always, always, always. We make these decisions. God is there when children are harmed. God is there when people are murdered. God is there, when disrespect and genocide. God is there. There. God is there. I say this all the time. Man is bad for the planet. Humans are bad for the planet. Humans are bad for the environment. They are. Humans are bad for the environment. They are bad for the environment. You know. How are the people doing in space? How are they? How much more time they got to, see parts of the moon that no one has ever seen? I like that. When does Artemis return? Right, Artemis. So Artemis 2. So they got some pictures of the moon to fly by already. If you go to NASA, I think you can watch it in real time. I think they used to do that, but they got some high exceptional high quality photos. So uh they're flying, catching pictures of the Milky Way and images of the other side of the moon that we've not been able to get to. So interesting. I wouldn't mind some photographs. Oh, the last full day is today, and then they splash down. Yeah, it's an amazing. I like that we have the technology to do this. That's a good use of resources. Space, the final frontier. I'm a space junkie. I love space things. You know, so it's nice that we're at the moon. I mean, nice in the sense that that's science, and this is not a Trump thing. This is way before Trump. Yeah, you could track it at the NASA's website. You could see them. And the fine brother pilot. I think he's a Sigma. I want to say he's a Sigma. Uh, who is the captain? I was like, go ahead, bruh. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. So they'll be back, and we will have learned something. Uh, we will have learned some stuff. You know, we will have learned something. You know, so so I am delighted by being in space. I think that's a I think this is a good use of time. Very good use of time and resources. You know, I'm just glad we didn't. I'm glad we didn't shelve it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad we didn't say we don't need no space. Because this administration is anti-science, as evidence of everybody that's been put in place. Ah, happy birthday, Maestro Perry. So happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Kathy Williams. Oh, these people are celebrating birthdays. I love celebrating birthdays. I do. Yes, Victor Glover is a member of Phi Beta Sigma. I knew he was. Because I see them Sigmas all over the place. You know, uh, excited. I see them people. I see them bros all over the place. So all over the place. Um, so this is a bond for the Divine Nine, I must say. I must say. So anyway, is there some merch out there? Well, give me some merch, a t-shirt. Give me some fine brother astronaut merch. Woo, I'm so happy today is Thursday. I gotta roll up to school. I've got and then I'll be back home. I'm not on tomorrow. I went to Polytech State University. I was looking at the law school rankings. You know, I was looking at the law school rankings. You know, I I think I'm gonna talk more about law school and that whole vibe about it after I graduate. Right now, I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah. Georgetown Law class of 2026 pushes back against commencement changes. I think they are in the weeks leading up to commencement. What should feel like proud finish line for Georgetown Law class of 2026 has felt like a fight. Listen, you lawyers, get to fighting. The law center sent out an email announcing changes to its May graduation ceremony on December 23rd, 2025, which involved the cancellation of small cohort ceremonies on the Capitol campus. And you know what that means. You affinity groups, cut it out. So the beloved graduation gala was also canceled, though most students were unaware that this decision occurred. This change disrupted months of planning and for many students was a disappointment of years of anticipation. Why are they shutting this down? These schools are on my nerves. Student opposition began almost immediately after a town hall on January 21st revealed the full extent of the changes. Shortly after a petition was circulated with over graduation approaches, shortly after petition was circulated with over 1,100 signatures as graduation approaches, tense meetings with the senior administration have shown little promise, and a growing number of law students are now considering skipping their own graduate. You know what, y'all? Take your little stuff off campus. Latest for them. You already earned a degree. Go off, take your parties and stuff off campus and just bypass the whole Georgetown foolishness. Just stop it. You know, you know. They're just playing these white supremacy games. So the section ceremony has been historically easier for the friends and fans. See, I went to my when I graduated from grad school, I didn't go to Baruch's large graduation. I went to the graduation for the Masters in Public Administration folks because I was a National Urban Fellow. So our program was folded into the public administration program at Baruch. So I didn't go to the big Baruch graduation. First of all, that was not appealing to me. But I did go and picked up my degree, wore my cap and gown for the public administration graduation. Less people, less hassle, in and out. And they mailed me my degree. Now they want to do away with that. They just, so they want to give up the section ceremonies. All graduates, Juris Doctorates, and LLMs combined will be recognized in one large ceremony on the Healy Lawn, the same venue that is used for Georgetown's undergrad commencement. I don't even know why they want to do that foolishness. The email announcing these changes didn't provide reasoning. Of course, this is doing the work of white supremacy. So they're going to use software to read the graduates' names aloud. So you want people to come to a graduation and be read to by AI. You know what, these people, students, go do your own gala. Take it off campus. Don't cancel it. Move it. Just move it. So it's usually held at the National Portrait Gallery. Y'all can gather. They can't stop you from gathering. It's just stupid. They've been told to expect a friends and family reception at an undisclosed location. What the hell is this mess? You know what, Georgetown? Shame on you. There's limited accessibility to the hilltop. The students say seating will be insufficient. Shading seating will only accommodate approximately 60 to 70% of the attendance, leaving others with no choice but to stand directly in the sun for a ceremony that could last up to 5 hours. Why would you do? Who is leading this school now? That sounds crazy, 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 crazy. You know what? They should just boycott. They should just don't even show up. Have them mail you your stuff. Mail me my degree. Just send a letter to them. Listen, I can't attend. Blah 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 blah. Here's my address. Mail me my degree. Just these schools are just. But again, here I go. Choices. They're making choices to harm their students. They're making a choice to mess with tradition that has always worked, has brought such joy. Now they want to, under this Trump administration, the party of meanness and misery. I would put this on the Trump administration because Georgetown must be trying to appease somebody. They must be trying to appease somebody. Yeah, because they're not telling these students why they want to carry on this way. This is just ridiculous. And then they don't want to tell the students why they're doing this. We'll get back to you. That's so, and these students anted up all this money, all this whatever, and to be treated. You know what? Go have your stuff somewhere else. Y'all get together, have your, I know they were paying for it or whatever. Y'all gather somewhere in a park and get your goodbyes on. Because this is just the administration is just stupid. They're just stupid. They're just doing this. Listen, they don't have no rhyme or reason. No rhyme or reason. Yeah. If you thinking about Georgetown, I would rethink it. I would rethink all these ridiculous schools with their foolishness. Everybody's got foolishness. Everybody. Don't donate to them. Alumni has a lot of power. You know what the alumni should do? The Georgetown Law School alumni, you know what you should do? We're not sending y'all any more money. This has been a tradition that we want. The alumni can fund this. Alumni, if y'all are listening, and none of y'all are, whoever knows Georgetown Law School alumni, call them up and say, listen, they're trying to pull the rug from underneath these students after they done spent their time and money trying to earning these damn law degrees from this prestigious school, and the prestigious school is acting like assholes and trying to just usurp. Why would you want to do this? And then you don't offer a credible explanation at all. Oh, this is what we're going to do. We're going to change things, and we don't care if you don't like it. Blah blah blah. So you know what, alumni? This is what you do: snatch your dollars back, and then throw those dollars so that these students can have the kind of graduation that they want. And if I was these students, don't show up for graduation. Let them have their AI reading of names to the campus by them damn selves. Do that. I know, but everybody's not going to get on board with that, because there'll be some students who's, there's always people who's not going to go along with the bigger program. It's always those kind. And they will benefit from all the work of the freedom fighters. So, the GOP, they're using Klan imagery to target Black voters in crucial redistricting contests. Listen, let me tell you something about using this Klan mess. You think Black people are afraid of this now? You honestly think that Black people, you think this is what, 1940? 1900s? What do you think this is? These Black people be like, we see you. We see you. Yeah, this is Virginia. This is Virginia. So Virginia is using Klan imagery to what? To incite fear and intimidation in Black voters. Like, people, we done been down this road. We've been down this road since 1619. We done seen every iteration of Klan foolishness that can be devised. So you sending us little Klan messages and imagery is going to strengthen our resolve. Going to strengthen our resolve. I'm going to tell you, this stuff is going to backfire. It's going to backfire. First of all, do you know any Black people scared of the Klan right now? I dare say there's some brothers who be like, come on. You feeling froggy? Jump. Come on. Come on. They don't want that smoke. They do not want that smoke. They don't. So using those tactics of terrorism, because that's what it is, a tactic of terrorism, it's just, who are you using that on? Do you know Black people in 2026? Do you know us? I don't think you do. 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 So anyway, there's more stuff on the Washington Post, right? Israel kills scores in Beirut as U.S. says Lebanon is not part of Iran truce. I don't know, Jewish people. Y'all might want to get in the room and powwow about how y'all are moving in the world, your leadership, the Israeli leadership. And listen, my Jewish friends, the ones who are about that life and about freedom, they're like, we are against this kind of stuff. There are Jews who are against this. And there's some Jews that are for it. Don't get me wrong. It's always going to be some. Always, 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 always going to be some. It's always going to be some that think, that this genocide is the way to go. Right or wrong, it's wrong. But you can't convince me, because they have it in their minds that, the world is out to get them. And they stand on that. And they've got a history of proof of that. But look what you're doing. Look what's happening. Look what you are doing. And it was just less than 50 years ago, 60 years ago. Lest we forget. So it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of stress. The killing of people, the bombing of people, the harming of people. For what? Help me understand for what? What's the for what part? I want to hear the for what part. I want to hear the for what part. So I'm gonna take a break, but I'll be back because King Kenny is gonna be in the space. We can talk about records. So I'll be back. We'll talk some more.
Hi, this is Babs Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
Don't do that. Baby, please don't do that. What are you crying for? Is it because you're sad or mad or nothing's gonna go wrong? Sometimes we feel inside of us that everything we have is only here for today. But every now and then, two people get lucky and find that certain thing that makes them wanna just keep it that way. I don't want you to feel that you have to go through these changes, baby. No way. No way. I know that our love is different. Our lives will be different. Trust me, baby. Trust me. Now that I'm here, no more tears come here.